Hello, my name is Shin, and I'm here to talk about the Grand Graph system, more specifically, the Grand Saber, because I see some people asking for tips. I'll try to give some pointers of my experiencing farming the the Grand Saber nodes so far. So, let me point out some things first. If you're having trouble building teams, since you can only build Saber servants, try to focus first on servers that have NP charge and those global buffs. The best ones right now are Narrow Bride and Prince of Lungling. If you don't have those, good alternatives as well are Lakshmi Bai because she's amazing, and other free-to-play alternatives as well, like Caesar. They work really well. Of course, Jason might as well be useful, and Bargas is another decent one because she's not only has a NP per turn and a good defense for the whole team, so she might as well help. Not only that, it's worth mentioning as well. I saw some people saying that a good alternative if you're having trouble farming with your favorite Grand Saber, instead of farming with your, assuming your favorite Saber or your favorite servant in other, if your favorite Saber is a weak one, you might as well use your Compass of Retrospection to change to a stronger single target Saber and farm enough currency so you can max your grand score skills. So then you can change back to your favorite servant, because I think that's the point, right? Everyone wants to make your grand saber your favorite saber and not necessarily your strongest saber. So this is an alternative, but I don't think necessarily you need to do this, but it's an alternative. Anyway, after the team situation is done, let's talk about the grand score skills. The grand score skills, I mean, many of them, if not most of them, are pretty useful, but I wanted to talk more specifically about the Mana Burst Saber, because this is probably the one that will make or break the difference of the damage in your run. If you're having trouble making a 1-2 turns clear or even clearing at all, try to pay attention to this one, because this has a weird mechanic going on. Let me try to break it down. It says, grant self on Brave Chain active buff. When Brave Chain activates, uses on card. Grant self buff on attack buffs for 1 turn. When attack increases on quick damage, increases on arts damage, increases on buster damage, increases on extra attack damage, activate first. The thing is, for example, when you do a Mighty Brave Chain, starting with quick, arts, and then buster, every time you attack with those cards, you get this buff. Let me try to explain it slowly. For example, it starts with quick, right? When you attack with quick card, you get all the quick, arts, buster, and extra attack. But you can only use one time. The quick is already wasted. Okay? When the arts card turns comes, again you gain quick, arts, and buster, and extra attack as well. And then of course you use the arts card. So this time arts gets 100% buff here. And then when it comes to the turn of the buster card, you have already 3 buster card instances on this skill alone. And of course when it comes to the extra attack turn, it's 300 more damage instead of only 100%. I saw some people say that maybe this is not intended mechanic. This is a possibility. Let's hope not. But anyway, so this is kind of busted, and this is not even considering Mighty Chain damage bonuses from other skills, other instances of bonus from this grand score, you know. So try to pay attention on this mana burst specifically. So if you're having trouble getting a good amount of damage, try to focus on, I mean, not focus, because not every time you'll be able to pull this Mighty Brave Chain, but try to focus always on making your Noble Phantasm with Brave Chain, because this is the best way to get your best output damage. And of course, don't forget, because of this mana burst, if you manage to get a Mighty Brave Chain, leave your Noble Phantasm for last, because it will get an output damage so big that you might even be able to consistently do a one turn clear in this way. So mana burst, probably this is the best skill if you're having trouble. And another skill that I want to highlight as well, if you're having trouble to clear, because there are many that are obvious, you know, like the charge NP gauge, more card damage if your servant has a more focus on that card. Of course you want that card, but what I want you to focus as well, if you're having trouble, 50,000 damage cut, 50,000 damage cut on the Noble Phantasm. Magic resistance Saber grants self on NP activate buff. When Noble Phantasm activate, reduces own damage taken against Noble Phantasms. 50,000 one time for 2 turns. So if you're having trouble surviving against the Musashi enemy, this is a good alternative. So the moment Musashi is going to throw her Noble Phantasm, you might as well throw your Noble Phantasm before, so at least your Grand Saber can survive. This might help on your run until you might be able to farm all the skills. Anyway, I guess this is mostly the big things that not many people are talking about. And try to have fun. I mean, I think I should have done this video before, and don't forget there are 2 days of free storm pods, so keep farming as much as possible, because those Saber nodes are the best nodes ever in the game. Nothing comes close to those. And even if when the requirements to play those nodes requires storm pods to play them, it still will be the best nodes to farm, because of the high bond score you get, the high QP score, and the good drops. So don't waste this opportunity, really. So that's about it. That's mostly what I want to talk about. Hopefully this helps you a little bit. If you have any questions, leave in the comments. I'll try to answer as much as possible. Okay, thanks so much. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Love you. Take care. Because I don't spend too much on gacha, because I don't know I'm saying this outside of live stream. Bye-bye.